COVID-19, or the coronavirus, has just filed suit in federal court, claiming that it has been defamed by the use of the word Chinese or Wuhan in referring to the illness, and is seeking restitution in the form of a wider spread of the infection among the U.S. population. Its lawyers claim that justice on behalf of their client can only be achieved by allowing it to run rampant among U.S. citizens, preferably conservative voters. Most Americans, by contrast, would permit it to be liberally applied to the lips of every member of the American Bar Association, just on general principle. The use of geographic or region of origination to assign names to a new virus is not unprecedented. MERS is the Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, the Spanish flu, the Zika virus, named after a forest in Zika, Uganda, Lassa virus, named after the village in which it originated, and the Ebola virus, which is named after a nearby river from the village in which it started, are all examples of this common practice. To date, there has been little to any resistance to this method of naming viruses. Apparently, the Chinese coronavirus simply has better lawyers, in addition to the support of the mainstream media and liberals in general. I am told that even as I speak, Athlete's Foot is seeking a $1 billion settlement from Dr. Scholes. You may think this absurd because it is absurd. Nonetheless, the quote I'm about to share with you will tell you that we live in an age of unparalleled absurdity. In response to COVID-19, also being called the Chinese or Wuhan virus, Harvey Dong, a lecturer in Asian American and Asian Diaspora Studies with the University of California at Berkeley, stated, "It's racist and creates xenophobia. It's a very dangerous situation." I am not making any of this up, not even the name of this learned academic. No matter how Mr. Dong defines diaspora for the purposes of his teaching, I think we can all agree you are likely wasting your money sending your children to college. I will be asking both of my sons to return home immediately. They are currently seeking collegiate degrees, but I fear they have not received proper instruction in West Albanian plutocratic feather dusting. President Trump has made it a point of focus to refer to this ongoing health crisis by its proper name, the Chinese coronavirus. There are several reasons for this that I suspect liberals in general simply cannot comprehend. First, it's true. As you already know, truth to a liberal is the same as sunlight to Dracula. Second, by accurately naming this blight on humanity, we put both its origination and subsequent spread into proper perspective. No American is going door to door to locate Chinese Americans for the purpose of public humiliation or finger pointing. It is important to keep the spotlight, however, on the country in which this dreadful pandemic emerged. The entire world, not just the United States, must keep the pressure on a repressive regime who allowed their citizens to suffer when they had knowledge that this was a new and dangerous illness, and then allowed sick individuals to travel freely to infect the rest of the world. To have American politicians, academics, and celebrities acting as puppets for Chinese President Xi Jinping and his communist thugs by parroting this nonsense as to the naming of the virus borders on the criminally insane. How can any Americans who, regardless of their wealth or status, are currently living in circumstances one notch below martial law, take the side of Chinese communists? What kind of mental midget worries that the name of the virus killing Americans and others worldwide is insensitive? The level of ignorance and arrogance inherent in this point of view is staggering. I shouldn't be surprised by any of these intellectual munchkins and their public professions. In an atmosphere of the victimization of all people, and now all things, it should come as no surprise. Along with universal victimization is the politicization of all things. We can no longer stand together, even briefly, for our or our country's betterment. I can see the bumper sticker now on the back of that battered Subaru. The sticker reads, "Don't wash your hands, save a virus." Or, "Create more social distance, spread a virus." Or, "Don't suntan, get your corona from a virus."